It's Ben Sorensen here with another great Australian business, and I'm such a huge fan of Australian businesses that really make a difference and really help other businesses to be the biggest and best that they can be. And today I am with Fred from Spectrum Coach. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. Yourself?
Splendid. Now,
That's good.
Spectrum Coach, before we talk about that, I'd like to talk about your history with builders and the building industry, and how you got to understand the industry so well.
Yeah, well, yes, it probably started about 15 years ago, where I worked for a number of builders, predominantly in sales and sales management. Really enjoyed being a part of the journey that clients have to build a new home. And then I guess I really enjoyed the journey of salespeople and helping them become great salespeople out there, understanding that business. And I guess I finished up working for a business where I coached small to medium-sized businesses in the building industry. And the great thing about that was working with regional builders across Australia. So I got to see, I guess all different towns that I'd never heard of, and understand how they live and how they operate. And then I guess I looked at it and went, okay, time to, what's the next step? What's the next challenge? I sort of reached my peak. Enjoyed what I did, love working with builders, love working with salespeople. But yeah, so that's what I did for, a good 15 years.
Yeah, wow. I wonder how interesting it would have been to see the range of salespeople and all the different tools and tricks and techniques that they would use across Victoria to help people on that joyous journey of building their first home.
Yeah, look, it was definitely an eye-opener, dealing with all different levels of, I guess, skill-based. What people thought was, the correct way to sell, or what they didn't know. A smart man once told me, you don't know what you don't know until it's in front of you. So that's been, something that I go by. But look, I guess being able to influence people, and it's definitely what I do, or try to do anyway, is influence salespeople or business owners. I've found that the best salespeople out there are business owners, because they're very passionate about what they deliver, and that definitely resonates with clients out there. So it's something that I definitely push for, and that if they are an owner, they've got to get amongst the sale of it.
Yep.
Even if they do want to have salespeople, they still need to meet the client and really show off what they do and be proud of what they do.
It's not just about giving salespeople a few quick wins to start with. It's about offering businesses so much more in the long term as well, because a new house, or selling a new house, is a very, very complex and involved process.
Yeah, so sales is not just about speaking to a client and getting a sale across the line, or getting to pay you a fee, or getting them to building contracts. As when you're running a business and it's sales focused, you've got to get your product right, you've got to get your documentation right. Every, I guess, piece of that puzzle needs to understand what everyone does in a business. So we've expanded, I guess, the business from sales coaching down to to sales and operations. We definitely have a clear vision in mind about helping businesses and adding value to where the businesses want to go.
So Spectrum Coach, great name.
Yep.
But why? Why Spectrum Coach?
I guess when I started the business, I was looking for a name, and Spectrum to me sort of means a lot of services out there, but that's not really the reason I did it. My son was diagnosed 2.5 or 3 years ago, I think, with autism. So we basically say he's on the spectrum. And it was a bit of a difficult time for me and my wife, but I think at the end of the day, we accepted it and we moved on with life. And so when it came to start the business, I went, what name am I going to have? I wanted to coach people, or be a business that, builders joined. And I wanted to, I guess, be a reflection of my life. And my life at the moment is about my kids and my family. And, Jaden, who's my son, is a big part of that. And, the family's accepted it, and we wouldn't have him any other way. So it's pretty much named after my son, I guess.
Yeah, I love the fact that you creatively built your entire business and your entire world around the things that are most important to you.
I think that's important. I think it gives you a sense of, you know, why we get up in the morning and we do things. I mean, my logo has got 3 little homes on it, and that's because of the 3 kids that we have. You know, we are a unity. As much as, you know, kids are kids and they need to do certain things in life, but yeah, look, it's what drives me to get up in the morning and do what I do.
Well, Spectrum Coach, from my perspective, is such an amazing Australian business.
Thanks,
making
mate.
such a difference to an industry that sometimes has some struggles,
Yep.
as it's complex,
Yes.
and has a lot of new customers and a lot of customers that don't understand the industry as well.
Yep.
So I think you're doing some amazing work. Thank
Thanks,
you so
Ben.
much for joining me.
Appreciate it.
Spectrum
Thank you.
Coach.
For more information on Spectrum Coach, visit spectrumcoach.com.au. If you know of a great Australian business, let us know. Contact us via bseaustralia.com. Supporting Australian business.